Welcome, my brothers and sisters, to celebrate the first Sunday of Lent. We continue to keep our brothers and sisters in Florida close to our hearts. During this first Sunday of Lent, we get to hear again the story of Jesus' temptation as he's driven by the Spirit into the desert. We celebrate the twofold meaning of Lent. One that is precisely going into our hearts, into the desert of our hearts, and perhaps face our own temptations, our own weaknesses. Just as Jesus did for us, and he conquered evil and defeated the devil, we, during this time of Lent, were invited to precisely do so. I see in this particular story of the Gospel of Mark, which is the shortest and the first written and the shortest of all the Gospels. He offers us a twofold meaning of Lent. One that is precisely the one that talks about quietness, because when we think of the desert, we think of quietness. Perhaps being in touch with the earth and being in touch with ourselves. We retrieve to pray just like Jesus did, in our own ways, even in our cars. We use this time of Lent to do so. At the same time, the Gospel of Mark offers us a word that can help us also realize that we're not supposed to just be seated and perhaps praying with our eyes closed without noticing what's around us. We need to be open to the Holy Spirit. Que etheus. It is a word that is used in the Gospel of Mark 47 times. Que etheus means and immediately. Sometimes it's translated differently, like as soon as he, in this case, being baptized by John in the Jordan, he came out of the waters. Que etheus. And the Holy Spirit came. And it is precisely the Holy Spirit that que etheus immediately drove Jesus to the desert. So there's a sense of urgency in the Gospel of Mark. We can certainly see that. The Gospel of Mark is full of stories, miracle after miracle. It's almost like the Gospel of Mark has Jesus on the move all the time. Let us, perhaps as we begin this Lenten season 2018, be able to do both. Perhaps quiet down, settled in our understanding of who we are, at the same time being urged to the promptings of the Holy Spirit.